need to end the pensions for all new hires. We just have to. It has to go to a 401k for new hires. We can't keep having, year after year. I mean, first off, Springfield does not fund the pensions according to the actuarials. That's the first thing. They don't balance the budget when it comes to the actuarials. We need to do that. But we also need to stop the pension system as it is. We need to put people who are being new hired into a 401k, because if we keep it the way we're going, we're losing jobs, we're losing people, we're hiring teachers. That's another thing. In 2023, Illinois actually gained jobs in 2023. If you look at the actual numbers, we lost 11,000 actual private sector jobs, but we gained in government jobs, giving us a gain overall in jobs. That's not sustainable. We can't do it, especially when it comes to pensions. If we have pensions, we cannot handle pensions when we're losing jobs, losing people, and gaining government employees. So we need to end the pension system as it is. We need to put people on a 401k, give them nice benefits, offer anybody who's currently working, who wants to switch over, offer them to be able to do that as well. Anybody who's retired, you keep your pension. If you're currently working and you have a pension, keep your pension, okay? If you are found guilty of any type of corruption whatsoever, your pension stops. As soon as you're indicted, if you're found guilty, it's gone, period. I don't care what it was for, it's gotta be gone. And we also need to end the double pensions that we have. We have people pulling 2 and 3 pensions out of Illinois. Pick one. I don't care which one it is. You pick one and that's yours. But not multiple pensions.
Would that require an amendment to the Illinois Constitution?
It would require an amendment to the Illinois Constitution. It would. And I believe the people are for it. When I talk to people about it, they support it. The only people who don't support it are union leaders. I even know a few state reps who would be willing to go to a 401k right now just to get rid of the pension system that they're on. Theirs is woefully. The state reps are, I think it's about 18%. That's how much they care about it. They're like, yeah,
That's the
people
fund.
pay for it.
Shouldn't there also be a cap on how much you get for a pension? I mean, at some point, you can have somebody getting a $200,000 payout as their pension. Why shouldn't there be a cap on that? Whether it's a professor at U of I or whether it's could be a football coach for all we know. Why isn't there a cap?
But that's also going to require an amendment to our Constitution.
Yeah, why isn't there a cap on, it should be CPI increases rather than automatic 3% compounded per year when the CPI is almost 0 for the number of years that we had, prior to 2020. It's insane. And then the number of people on pensions, I think we had double the next state, which is New Jersey.
Yeah.
We have double the number of people. So you have people in the New Trier or Evanston Township offices who are doing the work of the Cook County assessor. What do we need those people for?
That's part of what I was talking about, right? We have all those layers of government in here, and that adds to our pension issues down the road. And, with all the automation, again, I was reading the budget as I was telling you, with all the automation we have in the world, all the ideas of computers, we still have Illinois government, from as I was eyeballing it, grows about double-digit percentage every 2 years.
Yeah, new tier superintendent.
Every 2 years, we grow about 10% to 12% every 2 years, based on the numbers I was looking at, in the budget. And again, not sustainable. We don't need to keep hiring people when we have automation. We need to be looking at efficiencies and automation in our government, on how we can do jobs, to serve the people. We definitely need to keep the people served and keep everything flowing well, but we can do it with automation. And I think we need to definitely look at that type of thing.
So I'm going to go in a different direction, but not that different.
Okay.
So it is being claimed that allowing the undocumented to obtain a driver's license would compromise our voter rolls. Is this true?
It potentially. I'm not going to say that it does, but with the fact that we have motor voter laws where you actually sign up to vote when you get your license, and you just have to sign an affidavit saying I swear that I can vote. I mean, potentially you have that issue. I mean, it is there.
That's right.
But I can't say for sure that it is. It has
how do you
happened.
preserve the integrity of the voter roll?
Well, I think that the idea that they switched the licenses the way they did for non-citizens And you know, not illegal or not illegal, I'm just talking about non-citizens. It used to be a specific license, I believe it was horizontal, or vertical instead of horizontal, and I believe it said non-citizen on it. You know, which is good, which I don't think they said it was a stigma on people. I don't think it's a stigma on somebody. If I was, you know, working in Ireland or something for a few years and I had to get a license there and it said non-citizen, I'd be like, yeah, I'm here to work, you know, it's no big deal. It's not a stigma, but it is important because if you do require a license or an ID to vote and it says non-citizen on it, you know right then and there, they shouldn't be voting.
So would you change any of the existing voter registration laws?
Well, I think the motor voter bill is not a great bill to have. You know, I would not want people to be able to register to vote the same day they get their license. I think you need to be able to show, you know, certain identification and show that you can do it, or at the very least, make sure that you know that you're not giving it to somebody who's not a citizen. I mean, if they're showing the documentation, they should have documentation that they're not a US citizen. They shouldn't be able to even apply for that. And then I would go back to the old way of having our driver's licenses. For sure.
Should we not also have a requirement that